versatile. We love to call him, Ernie.
You know what you named two current more? Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
Tough as nails with a homeboy down in Orlando, Victor Oladipo.
Ooh, already?
And at the last spot, Andrew Wiggins, young fella with all the potential to do it all.
Great potential. A little too, they're on their way.
Let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as we are.
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. A contest in the West will see if the Dallas Mavericks can please their home crowd. And, of course, Wesley Matthews. They will definitely miss his contributions.
Kevin, I've got to admit, I was caught off guard by this trade. I mean, you played such a big part for him. He was the last guy I expected them to move.
Yeah, but if you're going to make a move, this is when you want to do it, when the guy has basically lifted his ceiling. And so now it creates some other opportunities for some of your younger players. We'll just have to see how that transition plays out and how those new pieces fit.
So the Nuggets win the tip. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Now let's find out what head coach Mike Malone had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
We talked about the problems a player like Deron Williams presents, and he didn't hesitate, saying that Williams' combination of size and speed are major areas of concern, saying Deron is such a handful physically, there's no way to keep him out of the paint with a single defender. It's simply not possible. Guys, we've seen it so often.
Thank you, Doris. And here's Nash, following Emmanuel Mudiay's three. That is good.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a three, and then we'll take it right back.
And the basket by Harris.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Dallas has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. There's Nash with the three. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. And it's 6 points for Freak.
The defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Nash comes with the double team. Mudiay with the ball. Guarded now by Nash. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Dallas. And then for Denver, Jusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Laverne. Henry Sims comes in for Gallinari. And it's Larkin in for Mudiay. The Nuggets trail. Here's Larkin. Chandler outside. Off target from outside.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Brian, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Larkin kicks to Nurkic. Shot from 12. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got his 5th rebound in this one. Some nice passing here by Dallas. The feed now to Nash. And Pachulia now atop the key. Inside. That's good from Parsons on the assist by Pachulia.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Here's Larkin, defended by Nash. The Nuggets with another miss. Welcome to Denver, they want to turn it around after the loss to New Orleans.
Yeah, their defense got sliced and diced in that game. They just weren't closing down on perimeter shooters, not nearly quick enough. And then they gave up their fair share of those point-blank shots on the interior as well.
Something was clearly amiss for them, Greg. I mean, to let an opponent shoot that high a percentage, you got to take a real long look in the mirror after a game like that. Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The Nuggets. Different look here. Pachulia, he's checked in for JaVale McGee for Sanders. Gary Neal's checked in for Chandler Parsons. Nash is subbed in for Jordan Clarkson. Nash in at shooting guard. Pachulia is out there with Nowitzki. Then there's J.J. Barea, and it's Neal in at the 3 side. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now, here's Nash. He picked up 15 points in the last win against Sacramento.
Yeah, not to mention the 4 big steals on the night, getting after it on both ends.
Moutier dishes to LeBron. They grabbed their own miss. Now, here's Moutier. He's guarded closely. And it's LeBron missing.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
And fouled hard that time. They'll get to the line and shoot 2. For Dallas, they have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. The free throw drops for Pachulia. And the Mavericks making a change here. Williams is checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. The Nuggets trail by 5. Now here's Moutier. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you hear?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Kings played some outstanding basketball. He dropped in 15 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Here is Nash, following the basket by Emmanuel Moody.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Out left to the wing. Here's Barton. And again, it's Denver.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few. Well, let's look back to last year's Nuggets while we've got a moment here, Kevin. 4th in rebounding, 7th in steals, and they were in the top half of the league in free throw shooting. Not bad, but room for improvement.
Yeah, and going back to their rebounding, very few teams could outmuscle them inside. The size and toughness to scrap for every Karen off the backcourt.
No shortage of drama here early on.
Well, neither team can grasp control of this thing. I mean, both teams trying to get a hold of it.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Here's Barton. He's coming off a 16-point game against New Orleans.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Mavericks.
They've definitely had a hot hand from 3-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They're also having a lot of success from the free throw line tonight. You always want to cash in from there.
The Mavericks trailer. Nowitzki is stringing. Williams passes to Nowitzki. Pachulia, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. Pachulia's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Taking a look here at numbers for Gallinari. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 15 points a game, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. And he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Sure, his teammates knew he was their best option, so that's why they just kept feeding him the rock.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Parsons is checked in. Moutier kicks to Fareed. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
Both free throws good from Fareed. Here's Williams. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Parsons' shot is off. So for Dallas, their last game a win against the Kings.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. The Nuggets on top, up by 2. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.